Good morning. Today I am going to talk about types of functions in C language. Library functions, user-defined functions, and syntax for functions are return type, function name, and a parameter list. The parameter can be empty or we can send values in it. So these are the basic for functions in C. So what are functions? Functions are nothing but set of rules or set of statements similar to main function, but it is a subfunction used in C language. It can either be inside the main function or outside the main function. Okay. Library functions. Library functions are nothing but the header files we choose in, like standard io.h, math.h, etc., in which we call printf scanf, which is in stdio.h, that is standard input output header file. So when we call the printf statement, it actually goes to the header file where the location is saved and then returns back. So these are already built-in functions which is inside the header files. Okay. Similarly, we can create our own user-defined functions also. During the runtime, these functions enables itself. Okay. So user-defined functions are nothing but functions which are created by the programmer or the user in the programming field. Okay. The syntax is nothing but return type, function name, and parameters. Return type is nothing but data type, and default data type is integer as always in C. Okay. Next one is function name. Can be either any kind of variable name can be given similar to a variable name. And parameters consists of call by value, call by reference, and empty parameters. So these are the main things in function. So function declaration. Each function must be declared, similar like a variable declaration. So it is given under the variable declaration itself. So it is also called a function prototype. It tells the compiler about the function name, return type, and parameters. For example, we can create a sum function with the integer data type, that is int space sum. Sum is nothing but variable name, function name, and then int comma int. So these two types of parameters we are passing in the prototype. So this type of function must be similar to the thing we are going to write in the C program. Okay. This is an example for prototype. Next, function definition. The function definition is given as int sum within bracket int a comma int b, and then inside the parameters we gives return a plus b. So here the output of the value a plus b will be returned to the function calls area. So this is the function definition. So function prototype is different from function definition. So in function prototype we given int sum, int comma int. So in function definition we actually declare a variable in it. So it can be a variable which is how to say the main function also, but also we can use main function variables also. But main function variable is different from function variables. So if you have a main function variable as a int a, it also can be used as int a in function, but both of the a is different from each location. Next, function call. Function call invokes the function. For example, result equal to sum of 5, 10. So this is a function call statement. As always, a semicolon must be end of the statement. So in result, we actually save the 15. So in previous slide, we saw about the function definition. Here 5 is assigned to integer a and 10 is assigned to integer b, and then while return a plus b is done, that is a adds b variable. So the output will be returned as 15. So these are the actual parameters passed to the function. So why use function prototypes? Prevents error from mismatched parameters, helps the compiler check function calls, enables type checking. So if you have a similar function name and different parameters, it automatically adapts to the parameters we send, and the definition calls the right parameters passed. So consider sum with 3 int as a parameter prototype and sum with 2 int parameter prototype. While we call a comma b, then it automatically calls the sum with the 2 parameter prototype. After that, we allocate 3 variables, passed in 3 variables in the parameter area. It automatically refers the 3 variable sum function area. So these are typically used for these mismatched parameters. Next one is syntax of function prototypes. Return type, function name, type 1, type 2 and etc. Can be multi number of arguments can be passed as per the needs of the user. After that, let's give an example: float, multiply, float, comma, float. So data type as basic data types can be used, and also void can be also used. So these are the examples of function prototypes. Okay, sample program with the function prototype. The function prototype consists of let us see the program right here. So here we given int add with the parameters of int x comma int y. So before that we have to define the prototype. So the prototype is defined in the global declaration area, which is outside the main and above the main function. So it is a preprocessor location in which we declare the global declaration area. So it consists of int add comma int after the bracket close we give a semicolon as a end of statement. So in this we have declared a prototype in a global declaration, and this kind of function can be used in sub functions also and also in main function also. After that, int main. So in int the main function is given as a int, and while you give a int main function, it always represents return type, it always has a return type as an integer. So okay, after that we open the parenthesis, and inside the parenthesis we give int a equal to 5 and b equal to 3. We have assigned value 5 for a and value 3 for b. So automatically we call the add function inside the printf statement. So in printf statement we give the sum equal to %d comma add a comma b. So % is given to the integer data types. So and then we give the return 0 because we gave the int main statement. So after the close of the main function we go for the definition of the function int add int x comma int y. So here the variables are changed into x and y. In this we similarly on the previous example we saw return a plus b. Similarly to that we give the return x plus y as the statement. So this is a simple sample program for function prototype. Scope of function declaration, usually placed before main or in a header file location, ensures all calls are checked. So these are the main scope of the declaration. Already we saw about these things. And, placed before main, and it can also be placed inside the main also. So it is not a problem if the compiler accepts it. Function prototypes versus definition. Features of the prototype and definitions are purpose, ends with, and parameters. Prototype gives declaration only and definition gives full implementation. Ends with semicolon and function block with the parenthesis, open brackets and close brackets. After this, parameters type specified and given the type plus variable names. So these are the difference in the function prototype versus definition. So now we have seen the function in detail in C, language. Thank you for your valuable time.